Yes, thank you very much for joining this live session. Straight away, we're beginning with AMC. AMC is down 1.65% in this pre-market session of the 14th of January 2021. This is what's going on right now. The market is opening in about 1 hour and 24 minutes. Sorry, 1 hour and 34 minutes or thereabout. Sorry. So momentum is waning right now for AMC. We had a target of $29 some sessions ago, and we're still maintaining that. From where it is right now, it looks like a long stretch, $29, yes, but it's achievable. It can get there. Right now, the RSI is holding up as well, but the momentum is also holding up as well. Not at least not too poor, Yes, let's see whether there's any news concerning AMC. Okay, there's some news here, some balls out there. It says Wall Street bet stocks were mixed bag today, this Friday morning, with most companies attempting to make a recovery from Thursday losses. And we can also see that the S&P futures, they're not looking that good. 4632, that's where the S&P 500 futures is right now. 4,632. But right now the momentum is improving, very strong right now. Buying opportunity for those who have access, or rather maybe selling opportunity. It's currently oversold right now, so it may be a selling opportunity, so it might affect a lot of stocks. So going on, we can see that saying here Gamestop slumped for 4.4% in the previous session, but was 0.5% up at some point. Okay, AMC is rose 1.1% after rallying 9% yesterday. Okay, Tesla down 0.4%. Okay, the automaker dropped 6.8% in the previous session on chatter that it has decided to delay production of its much awaited Cybertruck to next year. Okay, Virgin Atlantic added 1.2%. After it priced a private placement of $425 million, amount of 2.5% convertible senior notes due by 2027. Okay, so let's return and see what's going on. Okay, let's quickly have a look and see what's going on with Vtnr. Yeah, we got 2 likes, thank you very much. So Vtnr is up 0.6%. We just published a video in that regard concerning Vtnr. The stock is moving towards renewable diesel. That's what's going on with the company, and a lot of analysts are saying they're impressed by that. They're impressed with that move in that direction. They think there are opportunities for improved margins there in that direction. And of course, we all know that the company also acquired Shell's Mobile Alabama refining facility. So, and since that time, the stock has plummeted. But even at that, it's still up about 500% or thereabouts. And then we also have this huge short interest of 29% or more. In the dark pools is about 41% or thereabouts. So the fundamentals look right now for this stock. Renewable diesel, this is a very realistic direction. I know we're all going towards green tech, but look, This is the reality. We are still here on Earth, and we still need fields before we go absolutely clean. We have to gradually crawl in that direction. Vtnr stock, Vertex Energy, already going in the direction that they're expecting all the big refineries to even go to. So, and they expect to have about 2.4 to 2.5 billion dollars in market in revenue, and that is almost 9%, almost 9 times its market capitalization. That is about $319 million. So this is very good. This is a very good stock, because amongst other things as well, there's a huge amount of skepticism towards the stock, and fundamentally it is in place. Fundamentally it has put things in place. So this is what you want to see. You want to see skepticism towards well-rounded fundamentals. That is good. It's a good balance. This is not to say that if there's no skepticism, that is bad, but look, this is what you want to see, because these guys, they have locked in money. They are betting against what shouldn't be bet against, or rather they're betting against the good, and they have not just done that bet somewhere else. They have placed the bet where you have access to that bet, and then easily it sounds good, really good on paper. That balance sounds really good on paper, but the reality is that we now have how would I call it? I don't want to say hedge funds, but well, that may be what they are. They are going by the trend. They know that stocks like this, VTNR, indeed any other stock, we have seen what's been going on with them. And especially the fact that this sort of stocks attract a lot of retail investors for genuine reasons, for good reasons, because a stock that has money locked up in it in the form of short interest, why shouldn't you go there? That's where the money is. You can see the money, as against any other one that hasn't any short interest or minimal short interest. So what we have seen of late is that they jump in with the algos, and also somebody was actually pointing out that the apart from the algos they are trading with, they also have algos in the media. They are probably sponsoring the media algos. If they're not sponsoring them, they are trying to get these algos going in the mainstream media, even if it's not filled with mainstream, but just put it out there. These algos go on and keep publishing, typing, whatever it is, but most specifically, the algos is out there in the markets, and they see stocks like this, they jump in. Any sort of rally that jumps out, that is sticking out, they make a meal of it. So we have a target of 5.73 in the near term for VTNR. Within the next 10 days, we expect it has a potential to get to 5.73. Certain analysts have up to $13. Some even have $25. As at May last year, there was a target of $25 when it acquired when that new deal was announced. There was a target of $25 out there for VTNR. But in the very short term, ours is 5.73. Very short term, ours is 5.73. The fundamentals easily are in place. There isn't any skepticism, there isn't any criticism as such from analysts. There isn't really, but obviously there is a skepticism in the form of a short interest against the stock. So that's a good balance. So let's quickly move on to REVB. REVB is up 20% right now. Let's see whether there's what the news is for this stock. There isn't any news. We haven't found any news. There might be some news out there, but it's up 20%. So let's look at PROG. Okay, PROG down 2.48%. Momentum is totally sold out, and the RSI is also holding up as well. Let's see whether there's any news concerning Progenity. No news. Okay, let's return to AMC, and we'll also go and see whether there are any other stocks in the move out there. MC is just moving sideways. Momentum is waning. RSI is just holding up as well. Let's look at the daily chart for AMC. Okay, right now AMC is on this daily chart. You can see it's closed below its volume weighted average price at the moment. Of late, it had a resistance at its 20-day moving average and has continued to fall, but I think it's moving it moved sideways slightly of late, but it's, I think, what is certain from what we can see here is that it closed below its volume weighted average price yesterday, the 13th of January. So let's return to the 1 minute live model. Still down 1.6%, trading at $20.33. Okay, let's see whether we can find any other stock on the move. So let's update ourselves with the S&P futures. It's up, not up, it's down now at 4,627. There must be some news out there that is behind this retracement for the S&P futures. Let's get the news. It says S&P futures versus fair value is minus 8.4. Okay, nasdaq is minus 84. S&P futures trade 8 points or 0.2% below fair value, following yesterday's growth stock driven decline as investors digest the first round of Q4 bank earnings and await key data. Okay, so JP Morgan is down 2.9%, Wells Fargo down up 2.1%, BlackRock down 1.8%. Each beat earnings per share estimates, but the reaction has been mixed. JP Morgan and BlackRock are down 2 to 3% in pre-market action, while Wells Fargo is up 2%. So these are some of the stocks that are quite active right now, and okay, let's look at NAKD, Naked Brands. Let's see what's going on there. Okay, there isn't any. Did I get that ticker wrong? Got it right. NAKD should be Central Electric. Okay, let's look at GFAI. Okay, Guardforce AI Co up 10.38%. At some point in this pre-market session, it reached $1.3 and has since fallen all the way down to 1.17, where it is right now, up 10.38%. Let's see whether we can find any news behind this. Okay, Guardforce to buy China-based AI robotics firm, shares rise pre-bell. Okay, it says it plans to acquire Shenzhen Kiwei Robot Services Co. and Guangzhou Kiwei Robot Technology Company for $10 million or $4.2 per share in cash. The target companies, both based in China's greater Bay Area, provide AI robotic services to automate repetitive tasks serving the hospitality, healthcare, property management, and government sectors. The deal is scheduled to close in late February will help Guardforce AI expand its robotics as a service offering. This is what the company said. So it's an acquisition news that is behind this 10% gain for Guardforce AI. Yes, if you're there and you have any stock you want us to have a look at, by all means put it in the drop your comment and let's have a look. So let's see the next one. Ford is definitely it's been one of the most active stocks for a long time now. Ford up down 2.29%. Let's see whether there's any news as such. Okay, today's sales is China rise 3.7%. That's what the news is. Okay, it retreats from over 2-decade high. Okay, that's amongst other things what is behind Ford's. That's the news. It's not really moving. It's just down 2.04%. In this pre-market session is trading below all of its moving averages. The underlying trend for this session is for this chart is a bearish one. It's oversold totally, but RSI is improving. Okay. Ford trading out at 24.54, and we have a target of about $25 and some fractions. So I'm not sure if he has actually reached that target. Okay, let's quickly see what's going on elsewhere. BBIG, let's see what's going on with BBIG. Yesterday closed up 22%. Maybe is it down today? It's BBIG. BBIG is down there, 2.83%, trading below all of its moving averages. The underlying trend is currently bearish right now. Let's see what the news is. There isn't any news. APSG, Apollo Strategic Group Capital, APSG, let's see. Apollo Strategic Growth is unchanged in this pre-market session. Okay, we've seen REVB. Let's look at the CPLG. Core Point Lodging Zinc is unchanged as well. ERAS. Eraska Inc. is unchanged equally. There isn't anything going on there. BGCP. Okay, is equally unchanged. Senior Connector acquisition unchanged. So let's there isn't very much going on right now. Let's return to GFAI. Okay, it's up 10%, 10.38%. You must have heard that it's acquiring another company, or it's acquiring about 2 companies or thereabouts. Okay, so these it's one of the companies, one of the stocks in the move in this pre-market. The others are Newellis. Okay, we're just going to have a look at them. Okay, let's look at let's return and see what's going on there. It's up 9.44%. Momentum is spiking, but it has faced resistance. It just got resistance from its 20-day moving average on this 1 minute chart, 1 minute chart, yes, and has now pulled back below its 10-day moving average. So let's quickly have a look at NUWE. NUWE is up 3.74%. What's the news? What's the news for the stock? New Wellis Inc. Okay, there isn't any news. The news might filter through later on. Okay, let's look at the underlying trend for the stock. Oh, it is very bearish on this. It is on this daily chart. The momentum is totally oversold, but RSI is holding up. Let's return to the 1 minute live chart. So let's look at Mlco. Mlco Publishing Entertainment was up 10.82%. It reached a high of 11.08%. The underlying trend is a bullish one, but momentum is improving. RSI is also holding up. Let's look at let's see if we can find any news. We have not found. There isn't any specific news as such concerning Mlco results. Mlco up 10.82%. Let's return to AMC and see what's going on there. There isn't very much. Up down rather 2.61%. Okay, let's look at Gamestop. Gamestop is also down 1.71%. Okay, Vtnr, Vertex Energy is up 0.2%. At some point, it was up about 1%. Even that's not by any stretch a huge gain. So right now, momentum is very strong, but there isn't very much going on for the stock. There isn't very much. Vertex the fundamentals are intact, but the short interests are significant, even more significant in the dark pools where it's up to 41%, but on the nasdaq it's about 29%, but in the dark pools it is about 41%. So the fundamentals are intact. The companies are moving towards renewable diesel, and also that is also the direction that the major oil refiners are expected to go. And the company announced that they're going to have a revenue of between 2.4 to 2.5 billion dollars this year, 2022, and its market cap is just 319. So that's almost 9 times its market capitalization. So you do the maths. The fundamentals sound right, but will the markets allow it? Would the markets allow the stock to trade up to its rightful rightful position? You can see that. See what's going on. Market capitalization is 319. Okay, yes, I know it's a speculation. The expectation, they expected to make all that money for this year, 2021. They haven't made it yet. They haven't made it yet. Yet if they do make it, then that will be really good. But to be honest, there is no guarantee that it is not granted that the stock will reflect that when that happens, because right now we are seeing it is definitely a very popular stock. It has the short interest has made it a popular stock. So where market participants go chasing short interests. There's hardly, the whole pursuit begins to defeat itself. So we've seen that a lot. So, but we have not. What we have not seen is a thesis against Vertex Energy's fundamentals and its strategy and its business model. We have not seen any of that. There might be, but amongst other things, what you would expect that short sellers will begin to, or the skepticism will creep in. Okay, well, I also understand. Yes, I think amongst other things, the reason why we have this huge short interest against stock is because the deal was taking some time to close. That's why the short sellers began to sell it, I think. So, well, analysts and I believe Credit Suisse, I think they're saying that the deal is supposed to close this year, 2022. Even the folks at Schaefer's Investment Research, they're saying it's going to close in the first quarter of this year, 2022. So in the recent publication they published, they said and this means that acquisition is this means that when the acquisition, because Vertex Energy acquired Royal Dutch Shell's mobile refining facility, probably I believe somewhere in mobile Alabama. So when that acquisition is completed, the bullish catalyst will be that Vtnr would have become heavily shorted with technical support in place. So the technical support is this. It's a $4 level. Let's look at the $4 level on this daily chart. So this is where that support is. It has never really fallen below that since that spike of the spike that started in late May, or rather early. Started in late May of 2021. It has never really fallen below this $4 level. In the regular sessions of late, it may have, but never closed below $4. So the fundamentals look right for Vertex Energy. It also has a skepticism in place as well, so that's very good, a good balance. Okay, so it's unchanged right now. So let's quickly have a look at Reliance Global Inc. down 2.9% in this pre-market session, getting support from its 10-day moving average. But I think all the moving averages are sloping upwards. Even the 200-day moving average is trying to slope upwards. It just ran up a small spike, a minor spike here. This is also a heavily shorted stock as well. Let's see whether there's any news concerning Reliance. There isn't any news. Let's see what's going on with the stock, Reliance Global. Okay, sometime in late December last year, see, the company said they were looking to raise $20 million in their private placement. a day before that announcement, they also announced they're going to acquire another stock, Medigap Health Insurance. Okay, so this is also, yes, a company. This, yes, the fundamentals, the sound right as well. They are doing things, they're putting things in place to improve the business, but short sellers are skeptical. They are selling the stock short, but they're using their money to get some growth in place by doing some acquisitions. Yeah, so but short sellers are not impressed by that. So yes, that's another stock with that's just going about their business, but there's a healthy amount of skepticism. So it's good as well. It's good. You know, you want the skepticism also, because the skepticism will probably, amongst other things, check everybody, check the company, check those who are buying the stock. It helps you to think twice again about what you're buying. So right now it is below its 10-day moving average. Right now the gain is still, the loss is still 2.9%. Okay, let's look at REVB, Revelation Biosciences, up 21.76%, moving sideways. Momentum is improving. RSI is also improving, showing some strength. Let's see, I think, did we find it? There was no news. We didn't find any news, but the news is going to come out at some point. The gain is 21.76% for REVB. PROG, Progenity, down 2.48%. Momentum is waning as well, so to the RSI as well. NUWE. If you just join us, thank you very much. If you have any stock you want us to have a look at, drop a comment and we'll look at it. So Nuwellis Inc. is up 2.8% right now. It is trading below all of its moving average, but it has converged with its 10-day moving average on this 1-minute live session. Momentum is totally flat. But RSI is just not very wonderful, but just holding up as well. The gain is 2.8%. Let's see whether there's any news concerning Nuwellis. It's okay. Then no specific news as such. Okay, let's look at the GFA. GFAI, I think. Guard Force Co. Limited. It's up 7.55%. I think it's trying to acquire. Okay, it says it plans to expand robotics as a service to China's Greater Bay Area. So that's what's behind this. Small increase for Guard Force AI Company Limited, GFAI stock, up 7.55%. It is currently trading. It just faced some resistance from its 10-day moving average, but all the other moving averages, apart from the 200-day moving average, are sloping downwards because it has it's on the decline. It reached its this price of 1.309 at some point in this session. So the gain is 8.49%. Let's look at Mlco. Mlco is Mlco from Publishing Entertainment. It's up 13.13%. Let's see what the news is. Okay, there isn't any specific news, but at some point it's going to filter through. The broader market doesn't look so good as such. You can see the S&P futures. Let's look at it here. It is down. It is down at now at 46.21. Just trying to improve. Momentum is very strong, very strong. Amongst other things, it could also imply that it may drop further, because at this sort of level, maybe those who are there in this security might begin to take money out. obviously, because when the momentum is strong, it means that the reverse will be the case. You can see that it's already sloping down, it's already losing some of that momentum. So it's S&P futures up 4621.32 right now in this pre-market session. Not looking good. This is lower than it closed yesterday, the 13th. We might be able to get some news concerning the broader market malaise. Okay, AMC down 2.57%. Okay, S&P futures versus fair value is down 29.3. Nasdaq fair value is down 132.80. S&P futures trade at 29 points or 0.6% below fair value. Okay, Wall Street set to open lower after mixed results from big banks. Is it? Okay, they're saying okay, while fundamentals are still looking good for tech, the sentiment is bad, and there's a good possibility that we could see some additional weakness. So this can definitely affect a lot of other things, a lot of other stocks. So the market is opening in about 27 minutes. AMC is still down 2.61%. Momentum is trying to improve. Now spiking and getting resistance from its 50-day moving average on this 1-minute live model. The loss is now 2.03%. AMC. Okay, let's look at Vtnr. Vtnr is down 0.4%. RELI, Reliance Global, down 3.66%. Momentum is totally oversold on this one. REVB, okay, up 21.76%. One of the few stocks that is on the move right now, that has made any gains. Now the gain is now 23.9%. It's has broken away from the convergence it has with all of its other moving averages, apart from the 200-day moving average. That 200-day moving average is the next target, next resistance. RSI is showing strength. Momentum is also indicating there's some strength there as well. REVB, Revelation Biosciences, up 23.23%. PROG, Progenity, is down 2.48%. Nuelis down, so up 3.74%. Guardforce, GFAI, Guardforce Company Limited, up 9.43% on the news of some acquisitions lined up. Mlco. Mlco Publishing is up 13.13%, strongly bullish right now, but currently facing some resistance from its 10-day moving average. Let's see whether we can find any news behind this push. Okay, there are a couple of other stocks we are seeing here. Let's look at Nxtp Technologies. Yeah, Nxtp up 29.6%. Up strongly bullish. You can see that, strongly bullish, extending nicely. Let's get the news. Oh, hi, hello, hello, Paul. Long time. Yeah, I'll get to PROG right now. Let's see what's going on with Nxtp. Okay, the company reported their fiscal Q3 2022 record revenue of $4.2 million, up 51% sequentially. Gross margin increase to 53.53%. Q3 loss per share is 0.1%, $0.1. Q3 revenue rose 59% sequentially to 4.2. Okay, so that's it seems the outcomes are good. Record level revenue of $4.2 million. That's what is behind this rally for Nxtp. Will it continue to extend in the regular session? Okay, let's return and see what's going on with PROG. Yeah, yes, you could say that. Yes, you could say yeah, to some extent, yeah. So what's going on with you, Paul? With you, Paul? Okay, we're looking at PROG now. Let's look at it on the static chart. Okay, yeah. Good to know you're doing well, yes. PROG. Progenity. Okay, let's see. Okay, the news some time ago was, I think about 3 days ago, Progenity announced oral presentation on treatment of gastrointestinal disorders at 34th Belgian week of gastroenterology. Yeah, obviously biotech stock, biopharma stock, still growing. Huge short interest, I believe. Let's see. Let's get the short interest again for PROG. Let's see, PROG. Okay, 11.47%. So it's has decreased now, but in the dark pools is at 47.95. But it really doesn't really, at least what is certain there is that the skepticism is there. Available to borrow is 800,000. So, well, short interest 11.47%. So still something. So over the last 10 trading sessions, it's been bearish, very bearish. It's now trading below all of its moving averages. Let's see. Over the last 5 trading sessions. So the chart is taking some time to come up. Wow. Okay. Well, it was a good year if you're paying taxes on 160k. Then that's really tidy. That's really tidy. Yes. Okay, we're not able to. Okay, we can still see that here. Okay, the stock is bearish, of late. You can see it saying here that it appears to be consolidating within a longer term downtrend. I think that is because, yes, you can see since the 13th it's been moving sideways. As a matter of fact, since even though this is graphically, you can see it's dropping, but at the same time, since the 12th all the way back to, as a matter of fact, what am I looking at? This is a 10-day chart, so it looks like a lot has happened, but it's only very narrow. We're trading between 1.94 and 1.6, so that is really narrow. That's really narrow. So it's been consolidating. Within a longer term downtrend, shares are presently below the 200-day moving average, which is falling along 10-day moving average. Okay, let's see the momentum. Oh, okay. Strongly bearish momentum. Okay, we'll look at the options. Okay. Oversold. Okay, this on the daily chart. Okay, yeah. Okay, accumulation is going on, but momentum is waning. So I think buyers at the moment are taking advantage of the momentum that has dropped out on based on the daily chart. Momentum is poor there, so buyers are probably taking advantage of that, and they are accumulating. So let's quickly have a look at the options as Paul indicated. PROG. Let's have a look at the options. Well, I'm sure you feel really good about yourself paying all that. How much would that be? That will be, you'll be paying up to 33%. I mean, I can't. I don't exactly know what the tax rates will be on dividends. It shouldn't be that high. Shouldn't be that high. Sorry, I'm not. It's a dividends. Not these are not dividends. These are earnings. I believe. Unfortunately now they're now everybody's now regarded as a professional, unlike before. Only those who are professionals pay taxes on their market and income, but things have changed now. Okay, so you were saying the yeah, I know. So they want me to hide your message because of the F word there. April, okay, April 1.5 calls, okay. Okay, let's look at the April. Yeah, you can see, I see what you mean there, and the spread is not bad at all. You can see that $32 and $30. You can see that, yeah, and also given the fact that these are quite good, the $2 strike and the 250. Yeah, I mean, I see what you mean. Well, of course, also the stock is a penny stock trading at $1.6. Yeah, at the same time, yeah, I mean that should be why it is cheap, and yes, it's worth looking at right now. You can see that $32 to get one contract, $23, that is the $2 strike, the 250 strike is 23, and the spread, okay, all the way, I think from the $2 strike to the $3 strike, the spreads are tidy enough. As a matter of fact, the $3 strike, the spread is the best, only a cent in the spread between the ask and the bid. I mean, obviously that's usually some things you have to consider, at least when you buy, how much, I mean, you know, how much of an immediate hit are you getting. Just once a 1 cent hit per 100, so that will just be only 10 cents, only $1, as a matter of fact, only $1 hit. Yeah. Okay, let me look at the Greeks on that one. Yeah. Yes, I mean it's really interesting. Yes, this is you've done your research on this on Progenity, man. Yes, um, definitely worth considering, to be honest. And going by the way things are, um, it's really not escaping anytime soon. It's not going to. It may not skyrocket anytime soon. So I think this will still hang around pretty much. So at least between now and next week, I mean, based on how the market is right now, I believe it will still be trading in between this 1.9 range and 1.6 and 1.9 range, or rather, okay, maybe say 1.5 to 1.22 range. And yeah, the opportunity is there to do things, but of course the volatility may not be that much, so that's another thing. But in any case, April is still a long time to come. So April is, yeah, so yeah, there are things there. Yeah. Okay, so let me see what I can just see what is the sort of price target we're looking at here. Okay, of late as well, even though within the one session, let's see, between well, that was on Wednesday, no, was it Wednesday the 12th? It plunged. It had a big fall from 1.8 to, is that a big fall? 1.8 to 1.7. That's a loss of 10 cents. Okay, not the end of the world, but yes, almost close to 10% plunge. Yeah, that is if you have the patience to watch the options to see whether you can scalp anything out there. But I think all in all, it may be, based on what we're looking at, based on what's going on in the broader market, it might be a volatility may not be that much in the coming week, and also it's going to be a short week as well. But even at that, I think we can say, let's see whether we can say 1.0, sorry 0.1 times 2.618, okay, plus the current price. Let's see what's trading at right now. 1.58. Yes, still around this sort of range as well, 1.58. So yeah, still based on what it has done in the last 5 trading sessions, still there's a chance it may still remain in this sort of range between 1.9, okay, just call it between 1.5 and $2. So we just got a target of 1.84, but that's good, at least an improvement from where it is right now at 1.58. So, but at the same time, those options are really attractive. They are definitely worth watching. You know, penny stock, optionable, wonderful. You know, good opportunity, man. Yeah, $32. Ask spread some bid is $30 to get one contract, even much lower. Okay, but yeah, even the $4 strike is also has a good spread as well. Yeah, I can imagine. Yes, yeah, and it seems on that's what's going on its daily chart. The daily chart is indicating that momentum is not there. That's but I've not been able to. Okay, yeah, okay, I've got it now on this daily chart. Okay, yes, I can have it here. Yeah, on this daily chart, you can see everything is bearish, totally momentum oversold, RSI is weak. So yeah, but at the same time, yeah, but obviously the daily chart is not everything because it's not exactly live. So based on this, based on those who are reading it are also looking at like you said, these options, and probably yourself you have also read this, and it's been beat down, yes, for sure, and also still taking a hit again, a loss of 2.48. Yeah, if it's knocked down further, then that would be good. Yes, that be it will make it to justify an entry into all those options, because right now you can see it is you can see this sort of prices we're talking about here, $32 easily just to get one contract, and 10 contracts about 320, you know. So yes, you know, it's what they're worth watching, to be honest. You know, the options on Progenity, and this is even as far back as April. Yes, easily, yes. Let me look at the July and see what's going on there. Looks like they're still very much cheap as well. Still cheap as well. So look at this open interest on the 350 is 4,800. Not a huge lot, but it's something. It just tells you that people are watching. You can see the open interests on these ones, 4,149. I think what is also indicating is that there isn't a lot of people haven't really joined in as well, even though it's a popular stock. But this sort of open interests, just, you know, they're really modest, you know. $5,552 on the 750. So down 3.11%. Okay, let's return to the 1 minute live model. Yeah, it's Momentum totally oversold right now, but the market obviously is opening in about 4 minutes, in about 3 minutes, 2 minutes and some fraction. Yes, these options are really attractive. This is definitely a stock to constantly observe all the time to see what's going on. And just as okay, you can see this 10, this will expire today. We have an open interest of 10,626. People are, this is a last gasp bet, but obviously nothing there. They have already decayed out and there's no value for the bid. I know, yes, makes a lot of sense. On all the way back, yes, this is it. So I mean, the case about PROG progenitors, not just about the options. Sorry, about the short interest. They are very much important because they will spill over into the options. But just like you're pointing out, you can see the options. They are still long term cheap. You know, July, $48 to get some of, look at some of these prices, $30. You know, let's look at September. So let's look at the September ones. You can still, they're still very much cheap, $59. The only one that is up to a whole number is this 50-cent strike, but even at that, yeah, and not so wonderful because the spread is a huge one, 2.81 and 0.67. Okay, the spreads of these ones are not so tidy, I think, because there isn't a huge amount of interest there as such. The spreads on the September 16. Let's look at the July 15. Let's look at the spreads. The spreads are okay on this one, on the $2 strike, 3 cents, the 3 cent spread. Okay. Okay, PLTR, okay, yeah. So I think, just like you pointed out, the best is April. You can see that the spread, some even have $1. Obviously, based on various market conditions, the spreads may differ, but right now this is good. Only 1 cent spread for this $3 strike. Okay, let's quickly have a look at PLTR. Down 1.06. Obviously a penny stock, obviously a tech stock, growth stock. Let's see what's going on there. The news is that PLTR, okay, let me enlarge this. Okay, introduces certification program to scale platform and empower customers and strategic partners. The PLTR certification program will provide an opportunity for users to highlight their foundry knowledge, skills and abilities, while other employers will be able to accelerate their transformation by identifying and scaling foundry users. Okay, so this is as it concerns those users on of their cloud services and all that stuff. Yeah, so the market is open now. So that's some fundamental news for PLTR, trying to act like other, trying to put things in place like other platforms like the GCP, the Amazon, AWS, and all that stuff. So yeah, that's good. It's now gaining, erasing some of those losses. So I think momentum is improving right now for PLTR. Okay, so let's quickly have a look at its options. PLTR. Okay, rather let me look at the fundamentals, rather the static I think one other thing somebody mentioned about PLTR is that the problem with it is that a lot of us are looking at PLTR based on what happened last year, or based on what happened in 2020, and that was a good time. It was stay-at-home stock, but it hasn't, and it was also right about the time it went public or thereabout. But at the same time, it doesn't have a huge track record to do a lot of modeling for it, a lot of projections for it. The data is narrow. That's a problem. That's what they're saying. But even at that, we shouldn't just rely on that alone. There's still money to be made. There's still things out there with it. The little out there is something. The daily figures, something, it's good, but obviously daily figures, they're not easy to get to record. There's as against maybe daily closing prices and all that stuff. But yeah, that's one problem with PLTR. But outside that, we can see that given all of this, what's going on now, the S&P and the nasdaq, they are negative, but it's showing strength right now. So momentum is very strong right now as well. Things are improving. So let's look at the daily. Okay, well, I think I have it there. Let me look at the daily chart and see what's going on there. Okay, yes, bearish all the way. Bearish, momentum is weak. I think there's an opportunity there, because momentum is getting poor. In the short term, I think things are looking good for the stock. In the very short term, buying the deep opportunity is there. Let me see what the sort of targets that can be had with the stock. This is the last 10 trading sessions, and this is as at the 12th. Okay, let me see as at the 13th. Okay, let's look at 1669 and 1669 and 1614. Okay, let's see what sort of targets we are talking about here. Times 1.4. Okay, 1.43. Okay, 1.44 plus 16.16. Roughly 1760. Yeah, 1760 in the very short term. I mean, it can easily get there today. 1660. Yeah, so 1760 can easily get there today. Let's see. Let's look at the 3-day chart. 17. Yeah, this is, what was this? 10-day chart. That's a good. That, yes, at some point, it was there about 10 days ago. It was obviously at 1878. That was on the 4th of January. Let's get closer to what happened of late. Let's look at the 3-day chart. Yeah, so okay, of late, never since the last 3 days. Okay, hasn't but yes, at some point it was at 1743. That was on the 12th, on Wednesday the 12th. It was when the market opened, it was at 1740. It can easily get there. It's possible, in the very short term, at least within the next 3 days, it has a potential to do that, exceed this 17.43. Yeah, but in the light of what's going on, yeah, it might be a challenge. You can see that's already negative right now. So let's look at the options. PLTR. yeah, see what's going on here. Okay, these will expire today. Okay, you see this is the January 21st. It's looking cheap as well. Okay, 1650. Let's move down further. I think they're likely to be more expensive. This is still January. Okay, let's look at March 18. Not too expensive. 17 is $123. Spread of okay, I think this $18 is good as well. Okay, yeah, as you can see that open interest is at 26,725. So market participants are looking. They are definitely looking. They are definitely pricing in a possible move up to that direction, and we also have that target of approximately, yeah, you could call it $18, 1760. So this is to some extent in line with what we are projecting as well. $18. You can see open interest. It's not the biggest one. The open interest for the $20 the next one, that is 7,000. So yeah, even if they don't expect to get there, at least it's some optimism is there. So I mean, the speculation is that maybe this coming week, if as the S&P falls, I mean, this is because PLTR is the growth stock. It's you have to align it with the broader market. Let's look at the broader market. Let's look at, okay, well, the S&P is doing well now already. Is at 46.41. This is S&P futures. So if it falls, it's expected that if it falls below 45.85, which is its 200-day moving average, then that will not be good. So let me look at the 45 daily one for the S&P and see where the 200-day moving average. If it falls below that, then expect a sideways, expect it to fall further. But let's look. 200-day moving average is where is it? Okay, this is where it is. It's at 44.33. Okay, so some have it at 45, somewhere up there, but okay, if it falls anywhere, okay, this chart I'm using is it has it at 44.33. It doesn't maybe it doesn't, it's not sufficiently exposing what's going on, but right now it is this is the futures is doing well. It's improving, but if it were, but this is just the session is just quite young, about 9 minutes in. So if it falls below the 200-day moving average, maybe on the XPY, the cash, then expect it to fall further, and that may not be so wonderful for PLTR and all that stuff. But fingers crossed. You can see that it's reflecting what's going on already. It's up 0.59%. Yeah, there's a lot of things to look at there. The options, the opportunities there. As you can see, March 18, they're not that expensive. This $18 strike currently trading at $90. Let me refresh. Might have changed. Okay, the $18 strike is okay now at $94, and also you see 19 as well. It's also cheap as well. $19 is 0.69. A lot of options are really cheap at the moment. Yeah, Paul, you've done your homework, man. And the $20 strike as well for this March 18 series is also good as well. Let's move down further to, let me see, why do we have this yeah, $20 is very good as well. Let me look at this April 14. They're still very much they're still very much in place, not too expensive. Okay, there's a spread, a 5 cent spread on this $19 strike, $21 strike. Okay, there's a $4. Okay, still fair enough as well on this $14 April 14 series. Yeah, I think this is where a lot of interest is, this March 18. But the problem with that as well is that because there's a huge interest in this series, it can also affect the sort of prices as well, you know, because sometimes they may not sufficiently reflect the underlying price, because people are buying or selling, as the case may be. But definitely the options are worth watching. No, I've not played the spread on SPY. No. So PLTR is showing strength right now on this 1 minute live model. So let me look at AMC and see what's going on there. AMC down 4.84%. By the way, let me even look at the options for AMC as well. Let's go down all the way to March as well. March 18. Okay, they are not cheap at all. They are not cheap, and they're not as cheap as PLTR. February 25th. Let's see whether it's that cheap. They're not cheap at all. So yes, PROG, PLTR, very much affordable stocks, very much affordable options, very much affordable. So AMC down 4.02%. Okay, let's look at Vertex Energy. Have you looked at Vertex Energy, Paul? Okay, up 4.37%. Momentum very strong. Is it optionable? Let me have a look and see if it's optionable. Yes, Vertex is optionable, and there's a report, if you like. I can always give you a report on, if you can always find it as well. A report on their move in the renewable diesel direction, and they expect to make about $2.5 billion this year, 2022, and their market cap is it's only $319 million. So let me look at the options. Obviously, definitely going to be cheap, very much affordable as well. April 14th, you can see, but they have huge spreads. The interest is not so much there as such. Yeah, I think they're not as wonderful as PLTR and PROG, but definitely the stock is fundamentals are not shaky at all. Even though I think the problem the people had, or rather short sellers, the reason for them to have gone on opened up to 29% in short interest on the stock is that they were beginning to get worried about the completion of their deal with Shell. They had an agreement to buy one of their refineries, so that the completion of the deal was taking time. I think it may have resulted in the short interest increasing further. But outside that, things look in place, and they're also selling some other assets. I think they are selling some assets for 90 million, and they paid 75 million to acquire the refinery. Yeah. So let's look at Nxtp. Nxtp was it moved up in the session, in the pre-market session. Nextly up 15.15%, but currently cooling off now below its 20-day moving average. Momentum is weak at the moment. Let's get the news for this problem. Okay, it's earnings, record revenue of $4.2 million. That's what's going on with the stock. But obviously, the fact that it extended in the pre-market does not mean it will continue to extend. Yes, huge opportunity in huge potentials in PLTR and PROG, Progenity. The good thing is that at least with PLTR, if you are doubtful, at least it's not going away anytime soon as such. You can see. I mean, if these are going to make you comfortable, market cap 32.1 billion. If Progenity's market cap is not comfortable enough for you, at least PLTR is there, and you can look at the options. Still very much affordable, PLTR. I think the ones we looked at were the March 18, I think, for PLTR. Yes, you can see that still very much affordable, still very much, but they are gaining strength, they are gaining value. You can see that if it continues to do well, then they will become expensive, more expensive. Okay, only gaining 0.53. The nasdaq is up 0.22. So let's quickly have a look and see some of the stocks in the move. Yeah, Ford is biggest, most active at the moment. BBIG, Guardforce, Bank of America, Las Vegas Sands, AMC. Okay. Biggest gainer, let's see. Taking time to come up. Let's return. Okay, SBEV, Splash Beverage. Let's see, SBEV. SBEV up 68.54%, strongly bullish, suddenly spiked. Okay, spiked in the pre-market, I believe. So let's get the news. Okay, it was halted. I think it was halted. It may have been halted. Yes, it was halted. At $2.73. So the stock is escaping. 6.7. There isn't any news as such concerning the stock, just escaping. Momentum very strong and dwelling in the overbought condition. Okay, let's see if we can speculate on a target for this for SBEV. We have $3 here, and 305 and 297. Okay, doesn't look like a lot is going to come out of it. It was 3.11. 3.32 target. 3.32. Is it possible? It's looking like it's getting some headwinds, some resistance already. $3.32. Okay, so I'm going to return later on and continue this live session, and I have to end this right now. And thank you all very much for joining. Thank you very much. Thank you, Paul, for contributing and pointing out some of these stocks. We are, PLTR and Progenity, the affordability of their options. Thank you all very much for joining this live session.